Hello everyone, this is Gagan Singh back again with tips on how to ace your dream job interviews. And today I'm going to talk about a sensational question which is asked almost every interview. What is your great strength? And believe you me, this is one question where students make a really humongous scale of mistakes. The reason why students make mistake on a question as simple as this, what is your great strength? The reason why students make mistake is because they talk about things which they might be very good at. For example, mathematics, dancing, singing, programming. But unfortunately, whatever they speak is not directly related to the JD. Therefore, as I begin this video, the first simple mantra on a question if a company asks you, what is your great strength? Always talk about those strengths of yours which will help you do a great job in that company's JD. So let's take an example. You have great communication skills. You're also very good at mathematics and you're also very good at, let's say, computer programming. Now, if you are applying to a marketing job where you may have to work with very diverse cross-cultural teams and you need communication skills, then talk about communication as your strength. If you're going to apply for an AI-based statistics job where your mathematics is very important, talk about mathematics and statistics as the strength. On the other hand, if you're talking about a coding job where your coding skills are very important, talk about that coding skill to be your strength. So I repeat, a strength is a strength only if it gives you relative competitive advantage in the foreseeable future to beat other students and be the best candidate for that company for that particular JD. Otherwise, it's not something which is relevant. So actually strength could contain a vast plethora of topics. It could be qualitative skills like adaptable, versatile, team player, high EQ, ability to adapt to circumstances, leadership skills, communication skills. All of these qualitative skills could be a part of your strength. Maybe time management, organizational skills, planning skills. Or as an opposite example, your strength could be a very quantitative, specifiable thing like I'm very great at C++ coding. I'm great at Java programming. I'm good at SQL. I'm good at research. I'm good at quantitative financial investments. I'm good at financial modeling. I'm good at advertisement-based brand planning strategy. So there is no restriction on any kind of skill which could qualify as a strength. The only criteria is it should be relevant to the organization's JD and it should empower you to do that job better. Otherwise, if you say something, it might be irrelevant. So let me give two examples over here. One, let's say you are applying for a job for Microsoft for coding. So here, it's already very clear that you are great at C++ coding and it has been discussed well enough. So if it's been discussed well enough, the interviewer already knows you're very good at C++ coding. Don't waste your time talking about that as your strength. What has not been spoken in the interview so far is you also are a very empathetic team player. So because in the 10 minutes of interview, your coding skill has been discussed well, you use this question about your strength to talk about empathetic team player skills. So the example could be, sure ma'am, happy to answer that. Well, as you know, I'm very proficient at C++ coding, but I also believe one of the qualitative strengths is I'm a very adaptive team player who can quickly make interpersonal relationships in very diverse cross-cultural situations also. So when I was the vice president of the placement cell at my college, I led a team of more than 200 students over a period of 12 months to reach out to more than 1,000 organizations. And all in all, I think I would have led 2,000 project campaigns. And in all of these, my empathetic leadership skills, my communication skills, ability to motivate, make rapport worked really well and allowed me to deliver wonderful results. Because when I was the vice president of placement cell, we had a 37% increase in the overall organization connect. Now, I sincerely believe that in your Microsoft JD, it is expected that we have to work with cross-cultural, cross-continental teams. So this skill should really help me in my role at your esteemed organization also. Now, let's analyze this answer. In the beginning, we gently touched that you already know I'm good at coding. We then moved on to the next part which was important in the JD, which is empathetic team player skills. We then gave an example, a proof that we are not flying kites, we are not prevaricating, and we did that by giving a story. The story about what we did at placement cell. There we gave in numbers, statistics. I led a team of this many students. I did this many projects. And this was the actual result. Now, once you have answered like this, you've spoken about your strength, which is step one. You have spoken about how it helped you. You've spoken about what is the proof of that, what's the story of that. And you have ended by saying, how will it help the organization when you take up that JD? And these are the four components of this question. What is your strength? You talk about your strength. You talk about how and why it has helped you. You give a proof, you give a story, and then you briefly talk about how it will help you do a great job in the company. Let's give you one last example that you're applying to, let's say, McKinsey's consulting role. And here, you've already spoken a lot about teamwork, communication. And now you want to focus on research because you're good at quantitative research. So your answer will go, sure ma'am, happy to answer that. Well, I was already spoken about my empathetic communication skills, leadership skills. There is one specific strength I like to highlight. I'm very good at quantitative research. So during my college days, I undertook more than 15 independent research projects, which dabbled across various industrial sectors, right from banking, finance, telecom, steel, and automotive. And in all of these projects, I worked in small teams to do quantitative research modeling to assess the risks which confront that particular sector. In fact, I must mention that one of my projects won Dean's Silver Medal for being the best, not just in the college, but in the university. So I sincerely believe that I have been good at quantitative research because of my mathematical modeling skills, computing skills, and also ability to focus for long hours on the research themes. So ma'am, I really believe that this quantitative research analytical mindset should really help me do a good job at your esteemed McKinsey, because as mentioned clear in the JD, McKinsey expects the potential candidate to have a good penchant for research, quantitative and analytical bent of mind. So I really hope my strength, which I've continued to grow and leverage, should allow me to be a meaningful contributor, were I to be conferred the great privilege of being selected today. So like this, always remember these two broad mantras. Mantra 1, focus on that strength which the company needs and you haven't spoken well enough till now. And number 2, don't just talk about strength, talk about how it helped you, a proof of it, a story about it, and how it will help you do a great job at that organization. This is Gagan Singh, signing off for the day, and may the power of winning at persona ever be with you.